never thought I would be doing a preview with these two. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, stream 2 of 3 today. And this one is the FA Cup preview between Liverpool and Cardiff City. And we were just speaking off air. These two are getting up very, very early to go to Anfield. But it is an absolute pleasure to have Mr. Nathan Morgan and Paul Morgan to come on to the channel. How are you both?
Doing well, very well, thanks, Doug. Not looking forward to the prospect of getting up that early, considering, as well, some certain transfer dealings today. But hope you're having a good one, and thanks for having us on again.
Yeah, I'm all good.
No, absolute pleasure.
How are you? And looking forward to Sunday as well. So.
Yeah, I am looking forward to Sunday, but unfortunately, I'm obviously not going. But I'll be watching on night TV. I just can't believe it's a 12 o'clock kickoff on a Sunday. I think that's ridiculous. I wish they would have probably maybe moved it to 4 o'clock. Then you would obviously get at least get sleep. So I don't know if you're going to sleep on the way there or
probably will. Going to be up around about, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Got 4:10 bus to catch, and then it's the long journey up to Liverpool Anfield. So probably have a breakfast on the way or something, Nathan. And
yeah, probably.
Hopefully we'll get something positive up there. It's a bit forbidden going up there against Liverpool side who haven't lost at home this season. So. Yeah, it is daunting. Let me just say, there's a few people in. Hello, Will Jones. Thank you for tuning in. Jade Exley has said, "Be nice, Nathan," to Liverpool. SG Minor, evening, big day out next weekend. Oh, it certainly is.
100%.
Certainly is. Yeti Boy is in. Yeah, my favourite player, Smithy's on the thumbnail. Yeah, funnily enough, when I was making this, somebody actually asked me, "Oh, who do you want in the thumbnail?" And I was like, okay, well, have the two keepers I like to play. So I've got Kelleher and I've got Smithies, but I know you swap your keepers quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah, it depends because they tend to dip in and out of form a lot as well. Like personally, for me, I'm a Phillips guy, but obviously Smithies came into the side. A lot of people didn't like the comments about him in the South Wales derby about Smithies, but I don't know. Yeah. I think they're both class keepers, but yeah, it's good to have that squad depth, and it's something we've had for over 10 years, really.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He played in the third round, didn't he, against Preston? So yeah. We probably see Phillips in goals against Liverpool.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we'd put on Smithies there. Hello to Diego. Cardiff 20-0 without a doubt. I do like that.
You can dream.
I do like that. Now, obviously, it is deadline day, and one of your talisman has sadly left the club. What's your initial reaction to Kiefer Moore leaving?
Nathan?
Who wants to go first?
Go on, you go.
Right. My opinion is I'm absolutely disgusted, mainly because of the fee of the figure once again. We saw it in the summer as well with a ton of players leaving. The reinvestment we didn't see either. Yes, some players came in on loan and sort of, questionable ones coming in, except minus the few that did add to the depth. But at the end of the day, someone who I thought would have gone for at least 5, maybe even 10 million, it's gone for 3.5 million to a championship rival. I think, yet again, that is really poor for me. And will a replacement come in? We've had Jordan Hugill in on loan, but anyone permanently, I really don't think so. And I think that is yet again poor by the club.
Yeah, Paul?
I think the writing was on the wall. There's been murmurings around the last few weeks. He has been training, been fit. He's had this ankle injury. He's been out with COVID as well. I think he's had COVID probably about 2 or 3 times this season. Apparently, from certain sources, he hasn't been happy because last year, apparently, Wolves were in for him and he was going to go something like 7 or 8 million. I'm not sure what happened there. The club either turned it down because we were on the brink of the playoffs last season as well. So it was good to keep hold of him. But with the loan signings coming in, we've got about 5 or 6 strikers there at the moment. So it was always going to happen. Haven't played in the last few weeks. And there's been big rumours that the Cherry was going to pick him up. And it looks like, I'm not sure, is he actually signed yet? Or is he going through his medical?
He's had his medical and he's been pictured in a Bournemouth training kit.
Is he?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
If
Well,
that's the case, then it's probably all done and dusted. And we just got to look forward now. Disappointing with the amount of money. I would have thought a full international we'd get at least 5 million. I know there's add-on clauses as well with if the amount of goals he scores and if Bournemouth get promoted and all that sort of thing. But it is disappointing. But if the player isn't happy, which people are saying, then you've got to let him go, really. And he wants to play in the Premier League. He's had a career where he started, in non-league football, sort of worked his way up the pyramid with likes of Wigan, Barnsley, Rotherham, I think.
Torquay as well as another one.
Cardiff, scored goals pretty much everywhere
Yeah.
he's gone, and at international level. So if he's going to go to Premier League, Cardiff aren't going to get there this season. Next year's going to be tough. So you can't really stand in his way. He's 29 now, I think. So
yeah, he's getting on.
Good luck to him.
29. Wow. I obviously remember him from obviously the Euros, and he was an absolute threat. So I think you'll definitely miss him. I think you will definitely
100%.
miss him. Evening, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Balam, I'll get to your question very, very quickly. Can't stand deadline day. Load of nonsense this when keyboard warriors make up silly rumours. It's not the end of the world as Jordan Hugo scored on his debut, but the 3.5 million fee is awful. Seeing as we sold Sahori for over double that amount.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that, actually.
Yeah.
That was absolutely crazy. But fair play for us getting that much for him, considering before then we actually rejected 10 million offers for him. But yeah.
Wow.
The standards dropping.
And I'm sure Wigan, he came from Wigan, didn't he? I'm sure there's sell-on clauses with Wigan, so I expect they'll get a little bit of the that money as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Look, where is one of Balam's questions? Because I did see that. Hello, I thought I'll ask a few questions. How are Swansea, Cardiff, Newport, and the Hollywood Wrexham CCFC doing? A good win recently with Notts Forest. Will Hugo play? I'm going 2-0 LFC. Well, I will come to Cardiff form in a little bit as well. Actually, we will discuss that now. Because your season so far, I mean, you did win against Nottingham Forest 2-1, which is a very, very good result. But how would you sum up your season so far? Nathan, I'll start with you for that one.
Going to be negative again, unfortunately. I think it's been an absolute disgrace. Considering the position that we've been in last season, moving on to this year as well. For me, a lot of the blame has to go on Mick McCarthy for some of the decisions in the off-season as well. Losing 3 derbies for me is up there for a really poor season as well. A lot of the squad I'm not too happy with either, especially certain players going in the summer. I think Joe Bennett was the biggest insult for me leaving the club. And then moving on from that, just ever since then, really poor to be at this foot of the table. I mean, I'd be a little bit, considering what's happened, if we were sort of mid-table, then I'd be a little bit more happier than I am now. But at the same time, from this last season to this season, I think is utterly appalling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the table. You are 6 points above the relegation zone. So, Paul, that was a big victory for Cardiff at the weekend against Nottingham Forest. Yeah,
it was massive. A lot of people, including myself, tipping Cardiff to lose on the weekend. I think you did as well, though. I think probably 2-0. I think in my little championships prediction. Videos there.
Yeah, apologies for that.
I think we had 6 players start on Sunday that weren't there in January or the beginning of January. So, and a couple of players as well making their debuts on the weekend. So maybe Cooper, Forest manager, maybe he had plans that weren't taking into account those other players. So maybe we caught Forest on the hop. They look really dangerous down their right-hand side with Brennan Johnson and their left back, or their right back rather. What's his name? Not Reese or something. He looked really good, but the new guy, what's his name, Nathan?
Hugo.
No,
Doherty.
Doherty had a fairly decent game, sniffing them 2 out. And we managed to get the goals. Hugo took his goal well. Isaac Davis as well, after Joe Rolls hit the post/bar, followed that in nicely, and in the end we took all 3 points. disappointingly, we let another goal in. We've still only had one clean sheet this season. It was 93rd minute or something like 92nd minute, and we conceded again. So that was disappointed. But yeah, those 3 points were massive, especially now in the next couple of games. We've got the likes of Peterborough. We've got Barnsley on Wednesday night, which is a massive game. Forget about Liverpool on Sunday. This is huge for our season. If we can get 3 points there, or even a point, then we've still got another 20 games to go then. But things will be looking a little bit more brighter, especially with the new players coming in. Even though that Kiefer Moore has gone to Bournemouth.
Yeah, definitely. What is your realistic aims this season, Nathan? Is it survival?
100% for me. Survival is just the bare minimum. Got to stay up considering some of the financial aspects and everything. But we're in a good place I'd say at the moment with with the loan signings that have come in. Yep. As I've said loads of times in the past, hibernate till the end of the season. Have the clear out with a number of players whose contracts are out at the end of the season. Have a rebuild from there, and then see where we can take from next season. And for me personally, I'd keep Steve Morison in charge.
Yeah, funnily enough, I forgot who your manager was. I was trying to go from my brain. Is it Scott Morrison? Is it Stephen Morrison? So I'm actually glad I got it right in the description, because I've actually got it Stephen Morrison, and I was thinking to myself yesterday, is it Scott? Is it Stephen? So definitely, first half of the season under McCarthy was painful. Oh yeah, 5 centre backs at the back. I've never seen that. Very optimistic about the rest of the season that we could finish mid-table with the new signings in place still improving us yesterday. Yeah, has Morrison made a good impact since he's came in, Paul?
Yeah, well, you can, since he took over in the first game, you can see a distinct sort of different style of play from McCarthy's sort of pragmatic, get out of the area, hopefully nick a goal and hang on for dear life sort of thing. Whereas Morrison he started off sort of getting the ball, and we're sort of playing it around the back and not really going it anywhere with it. It's sort of improving now with the new players. We've got Doyle on loan from Manchester City, and he's a real baller in the middle of the park, sort of controls things, and he doesn't lose the ball. He can find a pass as well. So the midfield three on Sunday was Joe Rolls, Doyle, and
Winsell, who's back from loan from Blackpool. So that was a good trio in the middle of the park. Yeah, you can see, a different style of play there. We're getting the ball down on the deck. It's not too much long ball anymore, even though we've got, I would say, in Hugo, he is an old style centre forward, number 9 on his back, which is good to see for a striker. Top with Waters, who's just come back on loan from Bournemouth. He scored on his return last week against Bristol City in the 7-side derby. So we've got a fair few strikers available in the armoury now for Morison. So it's just about creating those chances which we were lacking early in the season. So things are an improvement. I think a lot of fans are giving Morison sort of time. Maybe a more established manager coming into the club, maybe people probably wouldn't be so patient, probably get on that manager's back. But Morison coming up from the under-23s, a lot of fans are giving him time, which is good, because I kind of sense that you're not going to turn things around right away, even though the likes of someone like Neil Warnock, who's a big motivator, of course, could turn things around, especially if we were in the relegation zone. So if we did drop into the relegation zone, there's not the realms of possibility he could come back in. But hopefully the victory against Nottingham Forest will breed confidence now for the rest of the season. But it's vitally important, these two matches against Peterborough and Barnsley coming up. They're vital to the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your fixtures now. I mean, Nathan, you've got Barnsley, Peterborough, Millwall, Coventry, Blackpool, Huddersfield, and Fulham coming up. That's quite a tough run. So if you could get points against Barnsley, Peterborough, we all know what Millwall's like. It's a very, very dangerous place to go to at any time. Coventry, they've been kind of going well, but they've kind of been slipping up a little bit. And then Blackpool, Huddersfield, Fulham have been going really, really well. So how many points out of these next sort of 6 games do you think you could get?
Out of the next 6, I'm probably going to go for about 10. I'd be happy with 10 points, to be honest. Peterborough, Barnsley, getting those 2 wins are just absolutely crucial. I think, well, no game is easy in the Championship, of course, but with the way we played against Forest, I think we can definitely pick up points against the 2 below us. But apart from that, if we can grind out draws against your Blackpools, your Huddersfields as well, even with them playing quite okay recently, and a draw against Coventry would be nice. Fulham, I'm going to write that off right now, considering them going forwards against our defence.
Yeah.
But as long as we can get a good amount of points, stay clear of the relegation zones, I'll be happy, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking for when your next South Wales derby is, and it's the 2nd of April, so you've still got a wee bit to go. But that win against Forest will hopefully have built a little bit of confidence and a little bit of momentum going into it. And it's always nice to be an ex-Swansea managers, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah, I thought he would have got a lot more stick than he did. There was a few sort of anti-Swansea chants, but I thought it would have been a lot more than that, especially with Alan Tate next to him as well in the ex-player and coach down there in Jackland.
Look who has arrived right on cue. George Kyle, I've come from the future and Cardiff beat Liverpool.
I'm travelling.
Well, we will excuse me. We will definitely wait and see for sure. So that's Cardiff's form. Now there is a certain Colombian that you could be facing at the weekend in Luis Diaz. First of all, Nathan, what do you make of that signing?
I'd say it's a solid signing for Liverpool, especially getting the depth in there as well. It'd be interesting to see how our strikers come up against him as well. Sort of how are they going to get through that? And it depends what squad you really put out as well against us, considering the amount of players at the club. You might play the youth. We just don't know. But it's going to be tricky for us either way, to be honest. Solid signing. We're going to struggle, I think.
Is he actually available, or is he in the Conabal? Is he away at the moment?
Well, as far as I remember, Argentina are playing Colombia, I think, tomorrow, and then he will fly out to Liverpool on the Wednesday, so he should be here by Thursday. So I don't think he'll start. I think he could be on the bench. Also, what I've heard is apparently Harvey Elliott is back for the weekend, which is massive.
Good to see him back.
So that'll be good news as well. But what have you both made of Liverpool so far this season, Paul? What have you made of Liverpool?
Well, it's business as usual. Probably, I'm just looking at the table now. Maybe what are they? 9 points off Man City with a game in hand. It's probably maybe a few more points more I'd expected for them, but it's exactly where I thought they'd be in the table. Possibly Chelsea challenging them a little bit more, even though Chelsea are a point behind with a couple of games in hand. But form-wise, okay, they did slip up recently, didn't they? They lost away against Leicester, but back to winning ways. They look formidable. I was speaking to a Liverpool fan today, and he reminded me, I don't know how true this fact is, it probably is true, but Virgil van Dijk has never lost a match at Anfield. So I thought, oh, great.
Yes, no, he hasn't.
Because I've been having a look at the team who faced Shrewsbury in the last round, if I can get it up. And I don't think, yes, he did play, actually. He played it with Konate, didn't he, in the central defence?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
basically from what I'm hearing, Liverpool have all but everyone available. So Thiago's back. I think Origi's back. So the team could be anything on Sunday, but I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, especially with Liverpool the Premier League having a week off this past weekend.
Yeah.
But there are midweek matches next week, game week, whatever it is, the 18, 19, 20. No, it must be about 22 by now. I can't even remember.
24, I think. Is it 24?
Oh, wow.
Like that. So 24, yes. So, I expect Klopp, he normally does put out a really strong side, but anything that Liverpool out is going to be strong against Cardiff. So.
Chris, that comment just sums you up to a T. Absolutely. Mark Drakeford's is in. Hello, Mark. 1-0 Cardiff. Alex Smithy's 90th minute winner. You heard it here first. Well, we shall see what happens with that. Tottenham are bridesmaids on and off the pitch. It was United. You'd have to wait a month for his visas to clear. Oh, Jesus. I'll buy Levy a cup so I can cry my tears in the cup for him. Hello, Jordan Hyman. Scenes when Gomez and Matip play at centre-back. Yeah, to be fair, Matip's probably been our best centre-back this season. So, definitely. Yes, the news from the future was that Van Dijk's proud record was a tap. Oh, George. You've always got like a magic crystal ball in front of you, and you've obviously seen the future. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have gone by now. The Glazers would probably try to get him a bit cheaper, then end up paying twice as much for him. Yeah. And good evening to Genie20 as well. And George Gill laughing at Yeti Boy as well. Now, if we go on past meetings, do you guys remember the last time we faced each other in a cup tie?
We do. Oh, yes. That game, man.
We were there.
Oh.
We were there at the.
How did we not win that game?
It was one of the best games I've been to. Atmosphere-wise, drama, penalties at the end, a certain Steven Gerrard's cousin as well missing, and it was a great match, and it was brilliant to be at Wembley for that one.
Yeah, it's quite. That was Martin Skrtel scored in that game, and I think Dirk Kuyt scored the other one as well. So, the last time we met in a cup game was that League Cup final. I mean, you're obviously both there, and yes, how you did not win that game. And as I speak, Charlie Adams' penalty is probably still going down Wembley Way as we speak.
And
so
also
Nathan,
the free kick he scored against us to stop us going into the Premier League as well. The goal against us at Wembley.
Yeah, so Nathan, I know you were very, very young at the time. Do you remember much from that game?
I do. I think it was about 11 on that game. Joe Mason getting the first goal, superb. 1-0 up at half time. Just a championship side against Liverpool at Wembley in a cup final. Incredible. Like that does not happen. But I think the biggest standout for me was when it went to extra time, right in front of us. Ben Turner taps it in from a corner. The limbs were unbelievable.
Yeah, he took his shirt off then, didn't he? And he was around his head like
that. People everywhere. Oh, probably the best moment I've ever seen live as a Cardiff fan by far. Well, probably not for you because I reckon you'd say that Leeds game, but unbelievable. Just a shame we couldn't win it in the end, considering we came off after an FA Cup final loss a few years earlier as well. But I think the main thing that it clearly went away when we went straight up to the Premier League the following season. Yes, with all the controversy, but what a cup final that was, though, and just so gutting we didn't win.
Yeah, I still don't know how you didn't win that game either. Obviously, what was it? 1-0 up, 1-1, and obviously 2-1 up, and then obviously 2-2. And then obviously we go to penalties, and Steven Gerrard's cousin missing, which I think there was a lovely wee touch in that game where Steven Gerrard, I think, went up to his cousin and actually consoled him. I did like that. But that was the last time we faced each other. As far as obviously other league meetings go, obviously there's been a 6-3, there's been a 4-1, couple of 2-0s in there as well. So Cardiff haven't beaten Liverpool in a long time, actually. So I actually can't remember.
1959, I think.
1969. Wow.
1959.
Even longer.
59
for the Bluebirds. So.
Oh wow! So that long time ago.
Well, Cardiff.
This is a
I
good
think,
start.
along with Manchester United, they're the only team to beat Liverpool more times than Liverpool have beaten their opponents. So
Wow.
now looking on sort of these head-to-head sites, it doesn't give those stats. I think it's in the league, it is. But if you go onto Wikipedia, in the league, Cardiff have got the second best record against Liverpool after Manchester United, which is
Interesting.
crazy,
Wow.
really.
Brilliant.
That is absolutely bonkers. Let's see what some of you are saying. Revenge a decade on. Back when we had a cup run every other season. Yeah, you had was it the 2009 or 2008 FA Cup? You lost to
FA Cup to Portsmouth.
Lost to Portsmouth. Yeah.
Another one, and then
absolutely.
after that we had
Aaron Ramsey
2010.
played in that match as well. Came on as a sub. Robbie Fowler played in that match.
Oh yeah,
No, he didn't get on. He didn't get on.
Yeah, Hasselbank.
I don't even think he was on the
for
bench.
God's sake. Chris Welsh, do not remind me of that team. Adam Downing. Jesus. Let me just go and let me just actually go and Google and actually think about this Cardiff Liverpool team from 2012. That is absolutely bonkers. Let me just say this. So let's see these two teams. So let's see the team lineups. So it was Liverpool with Pepe Reina, Glenn Johnson, Martin Skirtle, Daniel Agger, Jose Enrique, which is not a bad bag four. Steven Gerrard, Charlie Adam, Jordan Henderson, Luis Suarez, Stuart Downing, and Andy Carroll. And then on the bench, Donny, oh Jesus Christ, Jamie Carragher, Martin Kelly, Maxi Rodriguez, Jay Spearing, Dirk Kuyt, and Craig Bellamy. Oh, yeah, Craig Bellamy. I forgot about that.
Weird, that.
Yeah, there was this image of him when Cardiff scored in the background, whether it was photoshopped or not. I don't know. He was there in the background smiling when Cardiff scored, Craig Bellamy. I don't know if you've seen that.
Okay. Your team that day was pretty good as well. Tom Heaton, Kevin McNaughton, Mark Hudson, Ben Turner, Andrew Taylor, Don Cowie, Peter Whittingham, God rest his soul, Aaron Gunnarsson, Joe Mason. Christ, I forgot Kenny Miller played for Cardiff, Rudy Gestead, and then David Marshall, Anthony Gerrard, Lee Naylor, Philip Kiss, Craig Conway, Darcy Blake, and good old Robert Earnshaw. And your manager then was Malky Mackay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. There we go indeed.
Isn't it Ross County now, Malky Mackay?
Ross County, yeah, who managed to draw 3-3 with Rangers the weekend as well. So,
and I think is Aaron Ramsey on the verge of signing for Rangers as well, I believe.
Yes, I was actually going to ask you both about this. What do you make of that? What do you make of that move, Nathan?
All I'll say is it has upset a lot of Cardiff fans and Wales fans as well, considering there's an affiliation with Celtic between the thing as well. But yeah, I'm sure, who is it? Craig Bellamy, Joe Ledley, and a few others will have words to him. But for me, that's a really good move.
Yeah, and his first game will be the Old Firm Derby on Wednesday. So unbelievable. Dirk Kuyt saving our backsides in that final. Yep, that was quite impressive as well. Hello to Delboy Gunner. Thank you for tuning in. Big man, Andy Cuddle. Those were the good days. Rest in peace. I think that's to Peter Whittingham, of course, as well. So yeah, that is a lot. And actually, man of the match was Stuart Downing, according to this Wikipedia. Jeez, wow.
I don't think he was, to be honest. Controversial opinion.
No, definitely not. Definitely. Joe Ledley scrapping Ramsey at the weekend. Joe Ledley, I think, is retired.
Yeah.
I don't think
so. He will be in attendance, though, at the Old Firm, because he was going around Celtic Park yesterday. So...
yeah. Shows how far Andy Ramsey has dropped. Yeah, absolutely. The best deal Rangers have done this window was getting Ahmad in. Well, you would say that, being a Manchester United fan as well. But enough of obviously the 2012 game, enough of Manchester United and all that nonsense. We will come to the... What do you think? Right, I'm gonna ask you both this. What's your lineup for Sunday, Nathan? I'll start with you.
For me, it's going to be quite similar to what we had yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go only with a few minor tweaks and changes, though. So I'm going to go with Dylan Phillips in goal. Then we are going to have Cody Drama, Perry NG, Mark McGuinness, Sean Morison, and then Doherty, and then a midfield of Ralls, Wintle. Would Pack play? I don't really know. Ralls, Wintle, Doyle, and then up front. Oh, it's a tricky one for me. Jordan Hugo starts for me 100%. And then I think it might be James Collins for some reason.
Yeah, I think I'd go the same as that. Although I'm not sure, is Hugo cup tied or not? I don't think he played in the third round for West Brom.
I don't think he has.
No.
Hugo, let me just check. I don't think he did. I think
Doherty has been cup tied though. So if he has, then I'd probably play Perry Ng left back. And then how would I have a centre back? That's the problem. I'll probably go with Morison Flint. Yeah, Morison Flint McGuinness.
Nope, I haven't seen.
No,
I don't think he has. No. No, I don't think he has. He wouldn't have played for Norwich either in the cup either.
No.
Hamad does look all right, to be fair, as well. So guys, get your if you're a Cardiff fan and a Liverpool fan in the chat, get your teams in the chat below. Continued talks over Fabio Carvalho tonight. Fulham driving a hard bargain over what they feel is a fair price. Player would stay at Fulham for the rest of the season if deal gets done. Yeah, I've just seen that now.
That'll be smart.
That's going to go down to the wire for sure. Yeah, that's going to go down to the wire. Now, Liverpool team. Well, it could be anything, but we have Leicester City on Thursday. I think next Thursday. So I think it'll be the man on the thumbnail. I think Kelleher will be in goal. I think we will see. I don't think Trent will play. I'm actually going to go Connor Bradley. I'm going to go. Konate, and I think Gomez could play, and then it will be Tsimikas at left back. I think Fabinho might play. I think that it will be Henderson. I'm going to go Curtis Jones. And then up front, well, obviously we won't have Salah Mane, which will please both of you. I am going to go Ox on the right, Origi on the forward line, and I'm going to go Jota on the left. And I think we will see Luis Diaz on the substitutes bench. I'm not sure Harvey Elliott will start, but I do think he'll be on the substitutes bench as well.
I think he might come on as well, to be honest.
And, probably about 16. Will he be on he'll be back as well from Connor Bold? I think that's what
I would think so. I would think so. Yeah. Our lineup could be drawn out of a serial book. To be fair, everyone's back. Everyone is back. So it could be anything, but we will see. SG Minor, Neco Williams, I believe, is basically waiting for a move to Bournemouth. So the answer to your question is probably no. Good question, Mark Drakeford. Not a clue. Liverpool and Fulham are still negotiating at the moment. I would have to agree with Nathan there. Just go full on attack and try to get a goal or two. Yep, our defence is not the best. Let's put it that way. As well, but it's going to be a fascinating game. 12 o'clock on Sunday. So here we go. What is your score prediction? Nathan, go for you first.
Hard for me. Any other season, especially in the past when we have liked a cup run, I'd probably give it a close game, maybe even say a win. But the thing is, it's a season that we can't really have a cup run, unfortunately. I'd absolutely love us to win up in Anfield, but I just can't see it, unfortunately. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool, but I think we will just score. And the win will be nuts.
Paul?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it, for Cardiff to get anything from this game. We can't keep a clean sheet, so Liverpool are going to get at least one goal. Can Cardiff score? Don't know, maybe. Doyle's delivery is exceptional. He's taken over set-piece delivery from Joe Rolls now from corners and most of the free kicks. So if we can get anything in around the box, say from the left or the right, And if the likes of Aidan Flint or Morison are playing, we might be able to nick a goal from a set piece there. I don't think we can really get anything from open play against Liverpool, particularly how they don't lose at Anfield. So if we get a goal, then maybe we'll lose, I don't know, 2 or 3-1. But you never know. It's the FA Cup. Anything can happen. It's happened in the past. Maybe we can create history. And if we do, then it'll live long in the memory, won't it? So it'll probably be one of the best away days in Cardiff City's history if we can. But it's going to be very, very tough. Liverpool quality all over the place. If I'm just trying to think down the wings, we haven't got any sort of natural wingers, apart from maybe Isaac Davis has got a bit of pace about him. If the likes of, I don't know, Robinson or one of the youngsters are playing, then we might get a bit of, something down the wings there. But it's going to be tough. It'll probably be 2-1, 3-1 perhaps. We could absolutely get stuffed as well. If you put a real strong, we could lose 7-0. But we could. But I don't know. I'll go for 2-1 Liverpool, unfortunately.
Yeah, I funnily enough, I was thinking along the same lines of 3-1. That's my prediction. I'm going 3-1. I am giving you guys a goal because I think you will score. I wouldn't be too surprised if it's from a set piece. I wouldn't be too surprised if Collins scores as well. Obviously, ex Luton Town. Devog the Danger Man. Yes, I would absolutely agree with that. Brian Morrison's put his team. So he's gone Kelleher, Bradley, Konate, Gomez, Simicast. So same back four, same goalkeeper. Ox, Henderson, Morton, Jota, and 2 kids. Yeah, Cade Gordon, I suppose you could probably put Cade Gordon in there. Fair. Liverpool apparently set to increase offer. Yeah. Liverpool 2, Cardiff 0. Oh, here we go. Liverpool 1, Cardiff 2.
Yes, George.
Says George Kyle. I feel like we'll put up a fight, but our defence is so poor. So I'll go 4-2. Wow.
I can agree.
That'd be some game. That would be definitely some game.
Remember the 6-3 game at the Cardiff City Stadium in the Premier League? Where we scored first, and Luis Suarez, I think he got a hat-trick, didn't he?
He did.
That day.
I actually remember. Funnily enough, I remember watching that. On Soccer Saturday. I can't remember who was doing it, but just kept going goal, 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 goal. Yeah. It was absolutely amazing game of football.
The worst thing about it was I don't even remember the game from that day. The only thing I remember was the absolutely huge protest outside beforehand regarding the red and the ownership and everything, which just completely overshadowed and sort of blocked out the history of that game.
Do you know when you guys went red? I could not believe it. What was it? What was it about? To be the Welsh dragon or something? Red of the Welsh dragon. Honestly,
in Chinese culture, I think, or Asian, South Asian, East Asian culture, I think red is a lucky color, and I think that was one of the big factors in turning red. And then they brought this thing about Cardiff being the capital of Wales and it's a Welsh club, so why are we not in red, all that sort of thing. But thankfully we're back in blue now. We've been back for about 4 or 5 seasons now. So
never go back to red again. It was weird.
No.
Kelleher, Gomez, Matip, Konate. I think you mean in Simicast. That's Simicast. Hendo, Thiago, Jones, Minamino, Origi, Jota. Yeah. And Genie, 5-0. I don't think it'll be 5. I don't think it'll be 5-0. Few goal scores were on the pitch. 4-1 to the Reds. Yeah, I could see something similar actually to the Shrewsbury game.
They got pace up front against this Cardiff defence, then we could struggle.
Depends on the team you put out, in all honesty. Suarez for a few years was the best player in the Premier League. Yep, fact, definitely. 1-0 Cardiff coming straight from the voice of reason. Okay, Drakeford, okay. Kelleher, Bradley, Konate, Gomez, Simicast, Morton, Milner, Keita, Ox, Origi, Gordon. Oh yeah, Keita. Yeah, I forgot about that. He's not in the African Cup of Nations anymore. Just quickly on that, have you guys been watching the AFCON at all?
I've tried
In and
to
out.
work commitments and everything out. It's been really difficult. I've been keeping up with the scores and watching a bit of the highlights and stuff, but I would love to be watching. I know you've done a lot of watch-alongs, haven't you, Doug? So watch a bit of the game on the weekend. The Cameroon look really strong going forward. So, yeah, it's not as much as I'd like to, but I have been watching, snippets.
Yeah, I think I got 1 out of 4 for the quarterfinals. So that was pretty poor. Although I do believe I got 21 points in the championship, which I'm still baffled by. I seem to be doing pretty well in that.
Genius.
Yeah, so I'm going to be I'm going to be actually. We still got midweek games in the championship, so I'll be totting them up this week and see if you can get a little bit closer to me there at the top of the table.
Oh, of course, yeah. You guys have got Barnsley. That's one of the that was one of the postponed games, wasn't it?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it was. Yeah, it was meant to, when was it meant to be? Back in December.
I agree with George Kyle. I actually said Senegal would win it at the start of the whole tournament, so I'm standing by that. Senegal and Egypt final, so Salah Mane don't play against us. I think the team who wins the final wins AFCON. That's my prediction. I think the team who wins the final wins AFCON. That's my prediction. That is very, very funny. Oh, thank you very much.
Is that ice cream?
You. No, it is spaghetti bolognese.
Oh,
oh, by the way, I must say those Welsh biscuits and tea went down a treat. So thank you very much to the both of you for that.
Yes.
No worries at all.
And thank you for we had a lovely evening out as well recently before Christmas. So
New Year's Eve, I believe it was.
Oh yes, that's right. I was thinking of what to get you for your. Obviously, I won't give away your age, but your big birthday due anyway. Barnsley wasn't postponed; it was brought back as it was meant to be next week. That's right.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, time.
Before we finish, get my teeth in, Jesus Christ. Does anyone have any questions for my two esteemed guests? Because I have to say, what do you think that yourselves and Swansea, do you think you're a million miles away from the Premier League?
At the moment, Cardiff are, yes. We lost a lot of, going back to actually creativity and that actually. Kiefer Moore not scoring goals this season. I think a lot of that has been attributed. We've lost a lot of wingers. Like last season, we had Harry Wilson, Ojo, of course, another loanee in from Liverpool. The likes of Mendes Lang leaving the club, Junior Hoylett. So width-wise, we haven't got a lot there, and I think Kiefer Moore have suffered with scoring goals because a lot of his, getting on the end of crosses, etc. Ryan Giles as well, even though I think he was top assister in the Championship, losing him, going back to Wolves on loan. Not really, we have replaced him in another like a left back, but we haven't really got a wide player as such. A natural one, and relying on Isaac Davis, who's only a youngster. He's only about 19, 20. It's a bit too much. What Steve Morison saying in his interviews as well, relying on the youngsters. It's just too much pressure on them, and we've got a lot of loan signings in now.
Yeah.
But coming the end of the season, we're going to a lot of players are out of contract, so probably we'll see a lot of people going out the door. What they can do, whether even Morison's still in charge at the end of the season, whether they'll offer a contract. We could see a new manager coming in. So, we're a long way off the Premier League at the moment. It's a massive rebuilding job to do at Cardiff. That's if we stay up. I think we will. Swansea themselves, I'm not sure what's going on with Swansea. I thought they would finish around about 3/4 of the way down the table. They kind of play nice, pretty football, but that's about it. I thought the way they were playing under Russell Martin, they're not scoring the goals, so they're probably about where they should be with us, or maybe mid-table. But
yeah, what is it? What is the Swansea? What is it? The Swansea fans call it? Is it Russell Ball or Martin Ball? Like, oh, jeez, I've never heard of
Oh,
that.
it's awful.
A few years ago, it was Swanzalona. After Barcelona, that's big cringe. I know a lot of Swansea fans. I'm in Swansea a lot of the time through work and stuff, so it's always big fans there.
Thoughts on Wrexham Football Club? As I'm not a fan of them, just my opinion. Nathan,
I don't really mind them. I like what's gone on there, considering how long they've been at the Football League for the size of the club they are. Only thing I don't like about them really is the one chant that they have. Apart from that, I'm a neutrals one.
Yeah. What's their thoughts on the decision of players that are rumoured to go out on loan tonight? Sang, Patton, Evans, and Kexman.
Kyron Brown.
CEX, yeah.
Your old friend, Kyron Brown, Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There's this thing with Kyron Brown. He's got a ponytail table. You know the shop CEX, the video games.
Oh, yes.
Second-hand store. Well, he looks like an employee who would work in CEX. But I think Tom Sang going out on loan is probably a good thing. He's not going to get in the team at the moment, so that's good. Who was it? Who was the other players? Kyron Brown. I don't think he'll be offered a contract at the end of the season.
No chance he'll be offered a contract.
We need some better centre halves there. The youngster, who was it?
Keenan Patton.
No, Evans. Kieran Evans is a very good player. I'm a little surprised that he's gone out, because whenever he has come into the team, he's looked really good. But if he's not going to get in the team, then get going out on loan will be good for him. But I'd love to see him develop at Cardiff as well. Hopefully he'll be back.
Yeah.
Next season.
World-class talent. Liam Colombo dragged the Jacks back up, in my opinion, coming from a neutral to the south. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Most overrated player ever.
Realistic chances of safety as it stands. I had a look at the table, and Derby are coming up like a freight train, and there's a gap to the other teams. What I mean to clarify is there is a gap to try and draw the teams above if needed. Yeah, Nathan, realistic chances of safety?
I'd say it's about 80% personally. For me, Peterborough and Barnsley especially are down already. It's just going to be who's in that last position. And bearing in mind, Reading have been on some horrendous form recently. They got that points deduction as well.
They're in free fall. They're in free fall, definitely.
I think
with Derby as well. Okay, they drew 2-2. I think they were 2-0 down in that game against Burnley, but they're losing players as well. So I don't think they can sign anyone at the moment. As I'm not sure exactly the ins and outs of Derby's business, but one win in their last 4, they could start to slip. And they were having a good run of form, but it looks like they're stuttering again now.
Yeah, definitely. But I do believe that you guys have got the whole of the Anfield Road on Sunday. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we could have had more tickets than we had, Nathan. I think we're taking something like 6.8 or 6,800 odd. But I've heard something about, at the back of the Anfield Road end, there's restricted views. And when Cardiff been there before, it's been quite dangerous because everyone wants to go forward and see the whole of the pitch. Is that right, Nathan?
Yes, that's right.
We haven't taken the full allocation because it's a little bit dangerous in the Anfield Road end.
Yeah, so the club handed some tickets back, so...
okay.
And apparently they wouldn't let us have the top tier as well, because they obviously wanted to give it to Liverpool fans because of ticket demand and everything. So
So where are you guys sitting? Are you sitting in the bottom tier then? I take it.
Yes.
We'll be standing in there,
right behind the goal.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the vlog. Let me just say that, Nathan. I cannot wait to see the vlog. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to get you both on. Well, it's actually quite weird getting you on for a match preview because usually it's either the World of Football podcast or the lockdown chat we both had back in, I think, April 2020, I think that was. That was ages ago. Anyway, but no, big thank you. Nathan, shout out your channel, socials.
All link in description. Just go follow them, and if you want to see a brilliant Liverpool vlog, hopefully with a lot of limbs, and a repeat of some stuff in the past, then go subscribe to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul, your channel as well.
Yeah, just head over to Bluebird Legend. And if you want to play along with the predictions, Premier League, Championship, and I've been doing a little bit of AFCON on YouTube Shorts recently. Head over there, join the league, and join in all the fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would wish you the best of luck for Sunday. But what I will say is I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. Hopefully, Cardiff City survive as well. And we'll obviously get you back for the World of Football podcast, which returns next Monday. Yes, the World of Football podcast returns next Monday. And we can obviously speak about the game on Monday. But until then, we shall see what happens on Sunday. It's a while away, actually. It's only Monday. But I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock for the second of the deadline day streams. 3 streams in one day. I am surprised I've still got a voice left. But until next time, I will see you at 9 o'clock. Goodbye, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.